Hey you guys, happy Monday. It's November 30th. I just want to do a quick video to talk about the home buying process, specifically for first-time home buyers. I did write some notes, so I'm going to be glancing over there, but I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I'm sure it looked a lot different this year, and I hope you guys were all safe and you met with family if you felt that that was the good option, or if you stayed safe if you felt like that was the right option. I think this has brought on so many people judging everybody, and I'm really being cognizant of whatever you guys decide I think is good for you, and I think people would find some peace adopting that. So anyways, off my soapbox, but so first time home buying process, it's super exciting. I was in property management for about 7 years before this, so I really got to see, I worked for big apartments, but I also worked for a lot of homeowners. So my last position, I was a portfolio manager, and I had about 200 homes, and so I worked intimately with each of the homeowners, like with their accounting for the home. So I really got a full-size aspect of what it takes to buy a home, and also the rewards if you decide to buy a home for rental. So let's just talk about that. I think it's always the smart option to buy a home instead of paying rent. Obviously, we all know that rent nowadays is insane. I don't care where you live. When I moved to Central Oregon almost 3 years ago, Portland was crazy rents, and here was somewhat affordable, but we still have, like I've said, we still have a lot of normalcy here. We're in the country in some parts, and like people are still out, and I mean, we're being careful, don't get me wrong, but you still have some sort of normalcy here in Central Oregon. It's just how it is, and I'm thankful that I live here and have that opportunity. So renting is just never the way to go. I mean, there's certain times if you're building a house, if you're here for a job, or not everybody can, and I respect that and appreciate that too. So definitely the first thing is you really have to take a deep dive into your finances. What's in there? What can you really afford? You don't ever want to be house broke. That's just not a good way to live ever. It's stressful. It's frustrating. 20% isn't always what's needed now. You can get as low as around 3% on either a FHA loan or even conventional loans. So times are changing. There's a lot of things that are being offered. If you're in the state of Oregon, I can send you some resources to find out what home buying processes are available in your area. But you can just Google that and you can find out what might be available in your state and city and area that you live in. But as a good rule of thumb, you're going to look at between 6 to 8% of the whole purchase price of your home that you'll look to spend with going in to purchasing a home. So 6 to 8%, let's say the house, just for a round number, I know no houses are $100,000, but let's just say $100,000. You can look to be upfront spending $6,000 to $8,000 to get into your home. So just having a realistic expectation of what you're going into and what you're going to need to come up with to get into the home. And then after that, obviously you meet with a trusted realtor that you trust and has a good track record. Just look for one. I'm happy to find you one. I work for EXP, and I love the community of realtors that I get to. Hello again. Someone called me, and so my camera turned off, and I was talking for a good 5 minutes. It's all good. But I was just saying, if you're in a different state, EXP has a really good program. We have just a really good relationship with other realtors in different states. So if you ever need a recommendation, I would be more than happy to find you an excellent realtor. And then the last step I just want to talk about is getting pre-approved. And so I know it's easy to really dream and look on Zillow and Trulia and all of those sites where you can look at homes for sale. Before you get your lending taken care of and getting your pre-approval letter, where the bank takes a really deep dive into your accounts, your credit, your taxes, all of that, and sees how much home you can afford. That would be my first step, is really getting that approval. Because it's like getting a car. You don't want to go and look at a Mercedes or Lamborghini when you can't afford that every month, and you don't ever want to be house broke. That's just a lot of stress and frustration, and you just don't want to be in that kind of situation. So getting a pre-approval, if you ever need a recommendation on a lender, I'm happy to connect you to a few that I really love, and just getting that set in stone so you're just not wasting your precious time and your energy, and really seeing what you can afford and what you're going to get approved for. So you can, the last step would, once you have your realtor and your pre-approval letter, you and your realtor, we would go find a house. So typically my clients will find a house in around 30 days. This is quite the market right now, where it's bidding wars, and it's insane. So the sooner the better, because a house can go on the market one day and within a couple hours it can have 10 offers. That's just the market that we're in. I know it's a crazy hot market here in Bend and Central Oregon, and I think it's that way for most of the United States. So there's that part too. You know, I'm a realtor that's gonna probably show you a lot of houses if that's what you're looking for, but if it's kind of something you're not looking for, I'm gonna really hone in and let you know, hey, you told me that you wanted half an acre, and this is 8,000 square feet. So kind of honing it into really what you're approved for and what you're looking for, so we can really get you into your home and start that process, because you always want to be paying into your greatest investment and not just wasting it on someone else or someone else's mortgage. So if you guys ever need help, if you ever have questions about any of these processes, if you're a realtor or somebody that's interested in getting your license, reach out to me. I just love meeting each and every one of you guys. I know it sounds corny, but I really, really, really mean it. This is definitely my passion. It took me 40 years to figure it out, but I just look forward to doing this in the coming decades. So I hope you guys have an amazing holiday, and reach out, send me an email, and let's go buy some houses. Bye, guys.